Alright, we're now going to be working with fractions, decimals, and percents, and we're going to learn how to change a fraction to a decimal, decimal to a percent to a fraction to a percent, and etc., etc. But before we get into all of that, you have to know how to change a decimal to a fraction. So when you're working with decimals, you have to think back to your decimal, and you have to think to the place values that go to the right of your decimal. Now, the place value that's to the immediate right is called the tenths place. We also write the tenths like this. And the place value that goes to next to the tenths place is called the hundredths place. And we can write that like this. Now, these numbers are very important because these are soon going to become your new denominators when you change your decimal to a fraction. So let's go ahead and plug in a decimal. Let's say I have the decimal 86 hundredths. I have an 8 in my tens place, and I have a 6 in my hundredths. What I can also do is I can look at this number, and I can turn it into a fraction like this. First of all, go ahead and draw your fraction line. And the number that you have up here is going to be your new numerator. So I could go ahead and write 86 because I know that's going to be my numerator. Now, you also want to look at the decimal that you have, and you want to see how far it goes to the right. We know that it goes all the way over to the place value to the hundredths. We write a hundredths like this, so we know that 100 is going to be our new denominator. I just wrote the decimal 86 hundredths in fraction form. It's the numerator 86 and the denominator 100. 86 hundredths is how you say the decimal, and 86 over 100, or 86 hundredths, is how you say the fraction. Let's go ahead and try a different one. Let's say I gave you the number, or decimal, 7 in the tenths and 2. This would be 72 hundredths. I know my new numerator because 72 is what I'm going to write down here. I also know my denominator because I want to look at my place values and which place value goes farthest to the right. That's the hundredths place value. So I'm going to go ahead and write 100 underneath for my denominator. I now have 72 over 100, or 72 hundredths that I created, and that's how I change decimals to fractions.